What's up, guys? I'm the Jersey Kid, and I just wanted to show y'all that I support the Keith Andrew Network. He is an awesome dude. Everybody should definitely check him out. He's doing a great thing, and he's showing everybody that people with disabilities can do anything that anybody else can. Rock on, dude.
Welcome to Season 6 of the KeithAndrewNetwork. Network. This is episode 515. I am your host, Keith Andrew, the one and only Keith Andrew, and I have my championship belt, and I am here. I have been talking all day. I'm here as a good friend of mine, the Jersey Kid, and you have your championship belt. We're just comparing belts to see who has a better belt. Hands down, yours is pretty cool. Mine Mine's really nice, but it looks like they got the shit knocked out of it. But with that being said, it's a real honor and privilege to have you as a guest, and I'm looking forward to catching up with you after it's been almost 5 years.
Yeah, it's been a while now, hasn't it, right?
But with that being said, the whole point of my talk show is to show people that even with having a learning disability, I can still amount to something. And at the same time, I'm able to turn myself into an example to show you that labels do not dictate who you are and who you're going to be. It's to prove to them you can still amount to something. So hashtag break the labels. So that being said, half hour every time, say anything you want, talk about whatever you want. Freedom of speech, self-expression, and starting off, what can you tell us about yourself? It's been 5 years. It's great to see you again.
Awesome. Yeah, it's great to see you again too, man. Well, since you started off talking about the belts, so this belt right here is the Lucha Libre Promotions Championship belt. Pretty much it was made by a guy out in Mexico, and the guy himself brought it out to New York to one of the wrestling shows. And yeah, and I wrestled Lucha. Well, actually, I think there was like a tournament for it, so I had like about three matches. It was cool. I even like ripped the guy's mask off, all that type of stuff, and I ended up winning the belt and taking it home. And yeah, it's a pretty awesome belt. Pretty much, they had Lucha Libre Promotions. They had me going as Gringo Loco. So pretty much I'd come out as Gringo Loco. The promoter would tell me, he'd be like, all right, yeah, you're going to be the illegitimate son of Donald Trump. So just go out there and just start talking about green cards, and then you're going to check everybody's green card, come in. And so, so I would just go with it and roll with it. And, it'd be like, I have somebody here from immigration right now, and when I rip off my opponent's mask, I'm going to get him exposed and not only kicked out of this promotion, but kicked out of the United States of America. And it would get really, really great heat. I mean, the crowd was loving it. Every time, like basically every single time I won the match, the crowd would start throwing beer cans in the ring and all that type of stuff. So it was a really good time, really good time. And,
No,
yeah.
absolutely. And now a couple of wrestling questions for you, if you don't mind. The
All right.
first one is, do you? It's what I've been trying. I've been talking all day, having a verbal diarrhea on the brain. So the first thing I was going to ask you is, how do you throw a fake punch? Do you know how to throw a fake punch? And do you guys really hit each other, or is it all just acting?
Well, pretty much when you punch somebody in the ring, um, you don't want to you don't want to like punch the guy in the nose, give him a bloody nose. Something's going to distract him, distract the whole match. So in wrestling, we have more or less of a safer spots to hit somebody. So you punch somebody in the forehead, you can make connection. You don't have to worry too much about hitting them hard because it's their forehead. They're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Only for a second. With me, I always make contact. I mean, when I work like older guys that have been around the business for like 30, 40 years, of course I work a lot more lighter, but everything I do, I still make contact, and I've always been big with making everything look real, because I mean, wrestling is very real. Um, so I mean, I do a lot of chops. I I freaking mess guys up with the chops. I have very hard chops, so I do those a lot because I always get a nice reaction from the crowd when I do that. And actually, with punching, ever since I was in like third grade, I would practice just like hitting like a brick wall, and I would just like tap it, and I would try not to hit it too hard to where I would hurt my hand, but I would hit it and make contact with the brick wall and try not to hurt my hand. So every time I hurt my hand, I know I'm doing it like too hard. You know what I mean?
Right.
Stuff I did back when I was really really young to kind of prepare myself for punches in the future. And I mean, I've always been really good with the punches, and you know, like I said, I always make contact. I mean, guys that go out there and when they don't make contact with punches, it just kills the whole vibe of everything. It just looks shitty. It makes him look shitty. Makes the other guy look shitty. So that, you know, if someone punches me, you know, like they're gonna hit me, I'm gonna, you know, as soon as I feel it, you know, I'm gonna go with it. So in case they do drive through, I'm like, you know, I'm not just like standing there taking it, you know, like a real punch, you want to, you know, fucking react to it really quick. You know what I mean? Same, you know, you take a big boot or something like that. You gotta have like quick reactions or like quick instincts. You know, instinct is very important in wrestling. You know, a lot of guys just like their bodies. Just, you know, if you can't do like forward rolls and stuff like that, you know, a lot of guys are like stiff where they can't really do those types of things. I mean, I had guys, you know, picking up for a body slam where, you know, you take the guy, turn him over, so, you know, their head's over here, and I even had somebody straight up, like, drop to his knees and kind of, like, drop me on the ground head first, but with my instinct, somehow I was able to hit the ground with my head, but still roll out of it. So, you know, wrestling, you gotta, you know, you rely on instincts, and, you know, the training's very important too, you know, toughen your head and all that type of stuff, which you know, it comes in handy for, you know, other aspects of life where, you know, you're just walking on the sidewalk and you slip and fall back. A lot of people instinctively, you know, they're falling back, they're not thinking, they're like, oh shit, bam, they whack the back of their head and they get whiplash. Yeah, it happens all the time. I had that happen to me one time, and I fell back, and I instantly tucked my head, and I was fine. You know what I mean? It's good. I mean, so that's you know, a good instinct to have. Very good instinct to have. So. Yeah.
And like they said, it's the art that I was in to be an actor, and he said to me, it looks easy, but it looks really hard. It's the art of making it look real. That's the problem.
But with acting, it's a little bit different because in acting they don't really make contact.
Yeah.
Besides on like the Bruce Lee movies, you know, like fighting movies, some of those guys do make contact and things like that. Sometimes the guy will hit the guys a little harder than they're supposed to and shit too sometimes. But usually with like most American movies, it's all camera angles. So you know, if someone's over here and I throw a punch and as long as he goes back and sells it, it looks like I just hit him. You know, it looks like he popped him in the nose. But you know, obviously with professional wrestling, you have people all around you. So you can't do that. You have to make contact, and the guys that do that, they just make themselves look like shit. You know, it's bad. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I mean, I remember I was watching Tough Enough, and they were teaching people how to do the front row, and I can't. I was like, I can't. I don't like being flipped upside down. I was in a car accident, but maybe that's one of the reasons I don't like being thrown upside down. But when do you really like do like a frontward roll? It's just pretty much, you know, you throw a punch and it's before. I'm actually need two questions in one. I apologize. So the first one is, you've seen Tough Enough, right?
Yeah.
So you know when they're teaching you how to fall and how to do the flips. Does that really matter?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you've got to know how to fall basically to protect your head, so you don't get whiplash. You know, when a lot of guys start off with wrestling, they tend to not tuck their head as much, and they tend to get things like whiplash sometimes. And flipping is definitely important. I mean, once you're in the ring, I mean, it's basically, you know, you jump up, you know, someone's giving you a monkey flip, you just jump over, someone's giving you a belly to belly, you just jump up and they throw you, you know what I mean? But you know, being able to do like a flip bump and stuff, it's just, you know, it's good to learn, and, you know, it helps you, it helps you get the landing good. So if you're doing the rain, you do a flip bump, you land it perfect. So then when you take belly to belly, you're more likely to know how to land it nicely without hurting yourself or somebody else. So yeah, back bumps are very important. A lot of people, it takes a while for them to get back bumps too. They even say like you're not going to get the back bump right until you do about 500. So sometimes guys will have to go on their hands and knees behind somebody, and somebody else will push the guy so their feet go up in the air and they bump.
Right.
There's a few ways to bump. You can bump like this, which is more of a harder way of taking it. Other ways, you throw your hands out and you like slap the mat when you go down. And it's all timing too. So it's like you don't want to start falling, have your hands all the way out here and fall. It's like you go down, and as soon as you're about to hit the mat, boom, like you spread out and you break the fall.
All right.
So, do a bit of kung fu jiu-jitsu too. But basically with that, when they break their fall, since you're laying on harder stuff, they try to like put their hands out more until they actually catch themselves before they hit. So it's a little bit different, but it's the same premise as tucking your neck and all that stuff.
Now, my next question I was going to ask you was, who were some of your favorite opponents that you ever fought? Have you ever fought former WWE, WCW, TNA, or talent?
Yeah, I wrestled with a couple of guys. Actually, probably like 6 or 7 years ago, me and Cedric Alexander had a really cool match. Now he's on WWE, and it's cool because WWE's letting him do all of this awesome shit. I remember he did his spin kick, and he fucking kicked me right in the nuts when he did his spin kick. But yeah, we were able to do a lot of cool shit because we just kept on innovating our stuff. He would want to do something that would change up my stuff, and so like I like to do a lot of innovative stuff and try to do things people never seen before, whether it's just like a reversal or a simple transition or even just a move. Besides like a Russian leg sweep where you just like go behind the guy, grab the arm, take your leg, put it around there, like you go backwards. I'll put dive in the suplex, and I'll call it the American leg sweep. I'm just like, bigger. And it actually has more impact and everything as well. So it looks pretty cool. I haven't used that move in a while, but I'm always trying to use new moves. That's why I do Ritchie Libre. I'm always, it's a lot more challenging than American wrestling. American wrestling is a lot more slower, pacing your time, thinking psychology. So I try to use I do Ritchie Libre, but I use psychology in it, so everything makes sense what I'm doing. And it's a lot more challenging, and it's funner to go out there in the ring and to be like, shit, I gotta fucking land this right, rather than just go out there and just know, like, okay, this is gonna be an easy piece of cake. You know what I mean? It's more challenging to go out there and really like challenge yourself with landing flips and springboards and all that type of stuff. So it's more entertaining. So if you're not entertaining yourself, then I feel like you're ripping off the fans, and you may be entertaining the fans. Guys like Caveman for the Bronx was even telling me the other day. He was like, yeah, man, when you first came down to the Bronx, we were like, who the hell's that white boy in the ring? And when people first see me, they don't. Is the video still up?
Yep,
Okay,
I
there you
see.
go. Sorry about that. But yeah, so like when people first saw me in the Bronx, like the wrestlers, they just saw, oh, who's that white dude in the ring? And then they started seeing me do all this shit. And they're like, holy crap, he's actually really good. And everything I did, they were like, whoa, that's really cool. And so I keep using those moves until it started boring me, and then it started changing shit up and doing other stuff. So.
Now, the next question I was going to ask you is, have you ever tried to work for the WWE or TNA wrestling?
I went down to like a TNA tryout back in like 2013 when I was a couple. Well, yeah, I guess that was like about 5 years ago. But I don't know. It was like a show tryout out in King of Prussia. I mean, I don't know. I always focused more on just traveling and stuff. And then I had my son's 7 years old, so I had a son and everything. And yeah, so pretty much nowadays, now that I'm really really seeing, guys like Cedric Alexander getting WWE and really start doing stuff, guys like Daniel Bryan, guys that are more my size, I'm seeing guys like that go in there and they're actually letting them do like their independent stuff. You know what I mean? So they're not really like limiting them as much. They're giving them more freedom. So now that I'm seeing stuff like that, I'm trying to, start, really, I want to get my world class tan again, get a nice six pack, and start doing like 500 squats a day, and then go to a tryout. So when I go to a tryout, like I need to know that I'm 100% going to pass it. I need to have all my lucha stuff down, I need to have everything down. So I even went to like a New Japan. Like when New Japan was out in Jersey, I went to a tryout for them, and I did really good for the tryout. But then they had this other guy, and the guy he really wasn't that good, but he just kept doing a whole bunch of like flips and stuff like that off the top rope, and just like 450s and stuff like that, and. So he did like 3 or 4 of those, and like, oh cool, that's really good. Let's just stay cam so we can do a couple cool flips and landing. So it's another thing that we're gonna, get, doing all the flips and getting my landing good. I mean, you gotta do like some very big impressive things, for them to really want you. So.
Well, here's a question for you. How do you get on somebody's radar? Because you've been doing this for years and years. For you, how would you get on someone's radar like TNA and WWE? And what would be your words of wisdom for people like me who have a disability but also have a talk show? What would you do to get their attention?
I mean, it's it's a lot about the people that you know. So some guys who are going to WWE show, do security or something like that. You try to go with them. Breaks you in the door, or even you go to like a TNA or a WWE tryout, so they start, so they know you, you send them your stuff, you send them a video and a resume and all that stuff. So you gotta send them stuff so they start to know who you are. You know what I mean? And one thing that I was thinking about is trying to get into Ring of Honor. If I could start training with Ring of Honor, and then maybe they'll give me a chance on one of their shows and stuff like that. Everybody there I could have excellent matches with. You know what I mean? And it's all guys of different sizes and just like there's so much stuff I'd be able to do. Once if you get on something like Ring of Honor, WWE's watching that. So. You gotta get on things that are getting attention. Even like Lucha Libre Underground right now, they're getting a lot of attention. So that'd be an interesting spot to go out and check out. They got a lot of guys from Mexico coming out too. So that's I heard Sunny Kiss just got into Lucha Libre Underground, so that's awesome for him. So he's been working hard. He definitely deserves it right now.
What about the next thing I'm gonna ask you, actually once I'm gonna ask you first. So what's social media? There's a lot of wrestlers that are on there, except McMahon. They're not really sure if it's really them, but supposedly Stephanie McMahon and Triple H and Vince and Randy Orton and a whole bunch of others, past and present stars are on there. Is that one way of getting their attention and be like, oh hey, look what I'm doing? Or do you think it's to get in actually in their face and be like, I'm not a scammer, this is what it's real?
Yeah, you'd have to actually meet them somehow. Going off of social media isn't really nothing. There's a lot of fake profiles for people out there too. And then usually if they do have a real profile, it's private, so you have to know somebody to know them to access. Like Vince McMahon's a real profile. He has to actually know who you are. You got to know who he is to even be able to friend request him. You know what I mean? So it's not really the greatest way. You gotta really know them before you try to friend request them on there.
Now we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, I'm gonna ask you about social media and how that impacts wrestling. Again, I'm going to pass the show over to you.
My name is Vanessa Lina. Adrian Lalo. Hi, this is Cynthia Bass today. I'm Sonia Fisher. This is Shane Smith.
My name is Alexandra Bowie.
My name is Amelia Clover.
Hi, I'm Amy Linden.
Hi, I'm Anita Nicole Brown.
It's Meg Green.
Hi, my name is Asata Caldwell.
Hi, everybody. I'm Brooke.
Hi, I'm Bryn Berg.
Hi, I'm Casey Dunn.
Hi, it's Cassandra Kavinsky.
Hi, I'm Christina Briza.
I'm Cindy Hogan. I'm Courtney Sinello.
Hi, I'm Daisy.
My name is Deborah Jane East.
Hi, my name is Dinah Marasea.
Hi, everyone. I'm Victoria London.
Hi, I'm Heather Krona.
Hi, I'm Heather Callahan Stevens.
Hi, I'm J. Nicole Ralph.
My name is Jamie Petrone.
My name is Julie.
My name is Julia Brankovich.
Kathleen Wills.
Kimberly Amato.
Hi, my name is Laura Putnam.
Hi, I'm Laura Chapanis.
Hi, everyone. I'm Melissa Damas.
This is Michelle Mupo, a.k.a. Fuchsia.
I'm Rachel Olivera.
Hi, my name is Sarah Joy Mount.
Hi, I'm Susan Brender.
Hi, everyone. This is Venus Leone.
Hi, I'm Cheryl Dana.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Herrera, and I was just on the Keith Andrew Network. It was tons of fun. We used up all our time and then some. I really recommend this show, and try to be a guest on Keith's show.
Welcome back to 515. I'm here as a good friend of mine, the Jersey Kid, and you're representing your title. I'm representing the Keith Andrew Network. Remember, the whole point of my talk show is to show people that even with having a learning disability, I can still amount to something. And at the same time, I'm able to turn myself into an example for people out there dealing with any types of learning disabilities and disabilities to never give up and prove people wrong. Prove to them that labels do not dictate who you are and who you're going to be. It's to prove to them you can break the label. So hashtag break the label. So I'm a champion for disabilities and you're the champion for wrestling. And who knows, maybe we can have a title versus title match.
I know, right?
Now, the next question I was going to ask you is social media. Now, we were talking about it before the break, but I want to talk about it for a couple more minutes. And its first one is, do you think that Facebook and Twitter and Instagram dictate your career and your following? And does that dictate... let's look at it like this. Does your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram following matter to your career, and does that dictate if certain companies should work at it or not?
No, I don't think it really matters too much how many friends or anything that you have on your Facebook stuff. I mean, if you go to WWE or something, they care about what you can do about your talent. They don't really care about your social media too much. As long as you're not going on there and like legitimately doing like hateful, stupid stuff, then maybe that might make you look bad to the point where they don't want you. And now in 2018, ever since like 2016, there's been like a real big cultural tide changing happening lately. So so I'll on my Facebook I'll say something that's like a fact or something like that, and people will get offended and just crazy stuff, and but people will try to like put labels on you, and you know what I mean. I had like crazy people who are like, oh, you're a racist, blah blah blah, and then then like other of my friends who are of color, they'll be like, yeah, you're completely wrong. There's not a racist bone in Jersey kid's body, quote one of my friends. And I mean that's true. I'm not racist at all. I mean I've lived in Pennsauken, which was right next to Camden, literally blocks away, and I mean, it was different out there. We were all poor, we were all broke. But when I went to school, I was there for, I was constantly moving in school. I was never really in the school for an entire school year. I was literally always moving. So third grade, I'd be in like 2 or 3 different schools. Fourth grade, I'd be in like 3 or 4 different schools. So it was always constant changing, and there's a lot of stuff. But, in Pennsauken, there was a lot of guys from Camden going to those schools. So, like, every day I would get into fights, so I was constantly getting suspended. When I first moved out there, I got into a fight with these 2 guys, and they were pulling my hair and stuff, so I ended up having to cut off my hair. And I started working out, and that's how I started getting big. And, for a while, I was, like, really jacked up back in high school. And, it's because of living out there and, dealing with everything. And, so there were some guys there was like some people out there that legitimately just did not like me just because I was white. And then I also had other people out there that were like my brothers, you know what I mean? My two friends, Donald and Dante, who were black, I named my son Donatello, which was kind of like off of their names, you know what I mean? It feels like there's a lot of nicknames out of Donatello. And, so, yeah, that played like that was like a big event in my life, to go there and like have to like live in poverty and everything and deal with that. And I mean, even now on social media, if I talk, say somebody says something, and I tell them like, well, look, that's not true because you're just looking at one side of the story. What really happened was this. Or, you say this, well, look at the full video and you can see that this actually happened or something like that. And then sometimes what people will do, instead of trying to counteract what I say or disprove what I say, they'll just like, oh, well, you can't spell, your grammar is terrible, so you're stupid, you don't matter. They try to discredit me, you know what I mean? And it's like, well, I mean, like where I came from, especially from like living in Pensacola and stuff. I mean, everybody talked and wrote like I do now. You know what I mean? Like everybody's grammar wasn't really that great, and we all didn't care. I mean, it's good enough to where you could see and get the point. You know what I mean? It's not like my grammar is like the complete shit to where you can't understand anything I'm saying. You could understand it. If I have a run-on sentence with commas and stuff, it's because I'm trying to tell you a point with facts and everything. And you can understand what I'm saying, And some people, they just try to use that as, point to discredit somebody. And, it's just ridiculous. It's like a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people don't know definitions nowadays. The most simple one, especially when you tap into politics, is a democracy. A lot of people have no idea what a democracy actually is. All they know is a democracy is awesome and great, and we need to protect our democracy, and Donald Trump destroy our democracy. It's like that's all they know. And if you actually look up definitions, start looking into things, you see that a democracy is actually majority rule. So if America was a democracy, me and you would have the right to vote on every single issue, no matter how ridiculous it is. And so there's a lot of wordplay. I mean, America has always been a constitutional representative republic. We're a republic. Now, if you start messing with wordplay, you could be like, all right, well, we're a republic. We're a democratic republic, right? A democratic republic is not a democracy. It sounds like because it's using the same words, but if you look at the definitions, you can see they're two different things. So there's a lot of wordplay with politics, and it's confusing to a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people don't look up things, and I mean, it's to the point to where people are even like forgetting the definition to racism. They think that you can't be racist unless you have power over somebody else, right? So, me being a white man or a white straight male, I have no power over you or any other of my black friends, my Spanish friends. I have no power over any of them. The whole thing makes no sense. Being racist has been and has always been hating somebody because of their skin color, or not understanding them because of their skin color, so you don't like them. That's what racism is. It's hating somebody. It's like ignorant hatred towards skin color. That's all it is, and they're trying to make it more elaborate. And it's, I don't know. I mean, like for Decoded or MTV Decoded, this chick Francesca, she makes up her own definitions, and she's like, oh, this word colorism, it has nothing to do with racism, and it means a person of color not liking another person of color because of their color. And it's like, wait a minute, that is racism, man. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? So it starts getting a little bit ridiculous, I mean, when people are coming out and saying that the shampoo and conditioner at hotels is racist, I mean, that's, it's starting to get a little bit weird when pumpkin spice coffee from Dunkin' Donuts is now racist. You know what I mean? It's like, where's
How is that even racist?
Right, exactly. How's it racist? Where's the common sense? Yet there's articles about things like that being racist. There's a lot of just crazy stuff out there, and yeah, man. Like for politics, I was never into politics. I was always more into music and wrestling and stuff. And pretty much once I started wrestling for this place, for the Lucha Libre promotion, they wanted me to be the illegitimate son of Donald Trump. And so then I found myself being interviewed by news channels out in Mexico. So I have these Spanish news channels interviewing me, and it's like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And they're like, oh, how do you feel about Donald Trump? I'm like, oh yeah, he's a nice guy, and yeah, he takes me out and he gets me clothes. Like what the fuck am I supposed to say? You know what I mean? I didn't really know anything about politics, and so mainly because of that, I started looking into stuff and started to educate myself in politics. And
the one thing I will say, it's when we have a title versus title, it's not going to be big. It's going to be huge.
Yeah, right. I mean, oh my god, yeah. I mean, I think Trump is definitely a character, man. He's one hell of a character, and I mean, it's really just crazy how just people just come out and be like, yo, he's racist and he's a misogynist and like all these crazy things that. I mean, like, it's crazy with no evidence or nothing. People are just like, oh, he's this. Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure you probably appreciate this one. I'm sure you remember this one where there was even CNN came out with a commercial saying that, Trump has no heart, no soul because he made fun of a mentally disabled person or a physically disabled person, right? Remember that? Yet what he actually did, if you listen to the words that he was saying, he was like, oh, and this one reporter, he says this about me, and then he goes, oh, no, I don't know, you know what I mean? He does the same thing with Ted Cruz. Oh, Ted Cruz, he asked him about waterboarding. Oh, I don't know about waterboarding. He does the same thing every time, you know what I mean? And if you listen to what he's saying, it fits.
So wrapping up, I do have a couple of questions for you off the air.
Yeah.
But
yeah, pretty much. I was just mentioning that thing with Donald Trump, where they try to say he was making fun of people with physical disabilities. Yeah, when you actually look what he was doing, I mean, the guy with the disability, he had a hand that he couldn't move. You know what I mean? Trump's doing stuff like this, acting like somebody fluttered, like, oh no, I don't know what you're talking about. And so basically, with them putting out blatant fake news like that, that's really what got Donald Trump elected. You know, when they start putting out constant lies like, oh, Trump is trying to kill the Japanese Prime Minister's koi fish while the Japanese Prime Minister is watching in horror as they zoom the video up so you don't see the Japanese Prime Minister dumping his whole box, but you get Donald Trump and it's like, oh, he's trying to kill them. It's craziness, man.
No, absolutely.
So, yeah, that's just wild, you know. But I mean, I don't know. That's what happens. I don't know. People just. It's crazy how the big mainstream media will just blatantly lie to us like that, and yeah, there's so many people watching them that believe them, you know, and it's
stupid things for stupid people.
Yeah, all it does is just cause hatred and anger. So it's it's pretty messed up, you know. But no, I guess that's just how things are sometimes.
Yeah, it's now wrapping up our talk show. I do have a couple questions for you off the air, but I just want to run past this scenario for you. A while ago, are you a Jason David Frank fan?
Who?
Jason David Frank.
I don't think I ever heard of him.
He's Tommy from Power Rangers.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty cool. Yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah.
So he made this thing a while ago saying, well, I'm the Green Ranger, so if I kick your ass, people are going to make fun of you because the Green Ranger kicked your ass. But if you beat the Green Ranger, people are going to make fun of you because you beat up the Green Ranger. Like, how could you beat up the Green Ranger? So how could I turn that to myself as if we had a title versus title and I kicked your ass, so more likely you would kick my ass because I can't wrestle myself out of a wet paper bag. But And if I beat you for it, it's like, oh, you lost a kid with a disability. But if you beat me up, people are going to be like, oh, you just beat him up because he had a disability. So I have nothing to lose.
Yeah, well, some people like to have it both ways. Some people just like to have it both ways. Even that could be translated into politics. With the Democrats, back in 2016, illegal families were coming over the border and they were getting captured, and they would stay together. And so pretty much the Obama team, there was a problem with that. I think people ended up getting sued because families were together or some crap, and they passed a bill to where they would be detained. And now it's like now they don't want that either. You know what I mean? It's now that they're being detained. I mean, just like an American citizen, if you get caught or if you have a warrant and you have your son with you, your son will be detained into a center as well. He will be. He's not going to go with you to jail. So I mean, there's just some situations to where people. People are going to complain either way. Either option. They're going to complain about both of them. It's like you can't win.
Right.
You try to do it, and they're going to complain anyway. So, a lot of people are saying right now that if Donald Trump cured cancer, people would end up coming out and be like, "We have the freedom to die from our cancer," and people would just start going crazy. It'd be crazy. It's like Trump can't do anything right. With the whole North Korea thing, they hate him for that. It's like, oh, he validated Kim Jong-un by giving him a meeting and an interview. Oh my God, that's all that he wanted was an interview with the President of the United States. And it's like, come on, man. It's ridiculous,
It's true. I do have a couple questions for you off the air. But wrapping up, are you on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn? How can your fans follow you on social media?
Right now I'm working on a new Lucha Libre gimmick to where pretty much I'm going to possibly hide my face and, go under a mask and all that type of stuff to, start doing more Lucha Libre work. So I'm going to be coming up with a whole new character really soon. And, but right now, pretty much I'm on Facebook as Ritchie, Christopalus, the Jersey Kid. If you just type in Jersey Kid with 2 Ds, you'll find my Facebook. And I post up all kinds of stuff. I'll put live feeds of wrestling matches, sometimes like little political things. Other times I'll just, be playing guitar, post that stuff up. So, there's always some entertainment on there, I'm always trying to entertain people, so, yeah.
No, absolutely. And my last question for you for the interview part is when I first approached you to be a guest on my talk show the very first time, what made you say yes? And doing a 5-year follow-up, how do you feel now? How do you feel now? And do you still feel the same?
Things constantly change, especially over the length of like 5 years. The last time you hit me up, I think I just came back from living in Manhattan, so I was staying with my dad by his place, and so. Now I have my own place and everything, so a lot of things changed since then. And, so, even right now I'm starting to do more wrestling shows again, starting to be more active. I was, with Flyers down there. I was just in, what's the town? I was in, Sterling, New Jersey last weekend, and the weekend before that I got to go to Connecticut, Pennsylvania, and South Jersey. So, and they were all Lucha Libre shows too, which I love. So, I'm starting to, try to get more work in and everything. And, right now I'm really just working on this new gimmick to try to come with a really cool mask. Probably have some where my hair will be out still, you know what I mean? So with no back. And it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. So.
Now, stay tuned for Off the Air. I have a couple questions, but wrapping up our interview segment. It's a real honor and privilege to catch up with you, and I'm looking forward to part 3 down the road.
All right, thank you, dude.